welcome to another episode of the UTI podcast. Thank you to everyone that's subscribed so far. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please click the little subscribe button and also like this video.
That helps.
That helps. I'm Renee, and
I'm Lisa Marie.
And with us today we have.
Oh, is that my part? I'm Andrea. Andrea Moore.
All right. So you picked a race, and we are going to extract some information about it, and then we'll see if we can find out what it is. So I'll just start with what was your finishing time?
Our finishing time at this particular race was 138 hours, 46 minutes, and 44 seconds.
Oh, my word.
Oh, that's 138.75 hours. Wow.
I'm like, what is it?
What was your travel time?
Our travel time to this race was 5 hours there, 5 hours back, and then plus whatever the crewing time was for Jackie driving.
Okay, so I was going to say 10 hours because we don't really, if you come 2 days before, we don't really care about that. That's the travel time. Okay. Wow. You spent 93% of your time running.
Overachiever.
I like that.
Story of my life. Always running, right?
What was the race fee?
The race fee, there's two different fees. So if you, I guess, register early, it's $1,995 US. And if you kind of wait and register later, it's a little bit more, around $2,295.
Dang. So we just care about what you pay.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, what did you pay? Were you early or late?
The first fee.
Oh, 1,900.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so with only 5 hours of traveling time, you couldn't spend that much time or that much money on travel costs like gas,
hotel, sightseeing,
gas station snacks and coffee, and
right.
So how much was that?
Our total travel costs were around $250.
Wow, that's cheap.
So no hotel. What did you do?
No hotel.
just a lot of gas station snacks.
Gotta carve up.
Probably they pop in and have some food as well, I guess. Yeah. No. What about nutrition? Did you spend any money on nutrition, or did you just rely on the aid station?
Nutrition, we spent around $300, and that would be all the food and snacks, just extra, for this particular race. We wanted to just make sure we weren't relying just on the aid station foods, but we were very self-reliant, and we had plenty of snacks and fuel on our own.
Okay.
Was there anything in particular that you bought that maybe somebody else may be like, oh, I should try that?
For this particular race, we really fell in love with the strawberry core power protein shakes. Comes in a bottle. It's easy to kind of just chug it down. Yeah. So that, and we love Grandma's circus cookies.
Ooh.
That's my favorite.
Icing and the little sprinkles on there.
Yes. And you try to guess, this one looks like an elephant, or this one looks like,
And then you bite off its head.
Exactly. What do you eat first? The head or the leg or the tail? Yeah.
I would eat the head.
Of course you would.
Why let the poor animals suffer more than necessary, right? Did you buy any shoes for this race, or did you just go with what you had?
No, we did have new Hoka Stinson 7s for this race. We keep those pretty well rotated, so I'll have like a new pair as well as kind of a used pair for the distance. So the cost these shoes. It's $175.
Okay, not bad. And so, what about essentials? So, we have people that forgot they might have needed a rain jacket or
Or
extra
poles.
shorts or
A watch.
Um, for this race, we didn't purchase anything new. We just used all of our
okay,
old. It's been working for years, so we just kind of.
Yeah.
exactly
There
right.
might be holes in the jacket. It's fine, So we really didn't purchase anything new for this race. So zero cost
All
there.
Oh
right.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you spent 72% of your cost with a race fee. That's good.
That's really
What
good.
what was that?
72% of your cost was a race fee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it tends to
See,
be the more expensive part, honestly.
we just saw, is that a cat behind you?
uh,
Um, we now have two cats and we just got two puppies. We now
oh
have
wow.
two French bulldog puppies, Taco Tommy and Nacho Nancy. Um, they're 8 weeks and running around, so you may hear them
Aw.
tromping through the house. Yeah.
Aw.
Oh, that's cute. So, was this a timed race or was it a fixed distance race?
This was a fixed distance race.
Okay. 138.75. So, what was your goal time?
We didn't necessarily have a goal time for this race. It was don't die
Okay.
and just keep moving forward. And it was absolutely a just finish,
Right.
finish. Yeah.
What was the cutoff time?
What was that?
The cutoff time.
The cutoff time for this event was 175 hours.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
I don't know what this race
Wow.
is. I had an idea, and now it's, you probably can figure what I thought it was, but no.
Wow.
Or is it that race? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, you did very well on this one. Yeah, so you got a 0.66 out of this one between 0 and 1. Um, you were very aggressive at 138 out of in with a goal time of 175. You got a 0.99 on the aggressiveness. So that's really
Oh.
good. And your performance was a straight 1. I mean, that's really high.
Oh wow.
However, your ambition by saying, I just want to finish is 0.
That's
that's
fair
that's
enough.
that's basically as a measurement of your goal time versus the cutoff time. So if they're the
That's
same,
cool. Oh, very cool.
don't take this personal. It's all good fun.
Yeah.
So your overall return on investment is 0.774, which is really in the high end.
Okay.
Yes.
That's really good.
Cool.
That's really good.
And I think somebody else that may have done this race with you, but didn't do a report on it, maybe you'll beat that
Oh,
person. You know
okay.
who I'm talking about,
I
right?
have no idea what you're talking about. I'm still confused about the race, but I think I know what it is, but I'm guessing. But I'm going to hand over to you to talk about the fun stuff.
Okay. So we will have a new category that's going to throw you off, but had to add it, but not there yet. Right now, we're just going to talk about the aid station. What
Okay.
would you rate it and why?
Um, the aid stations at this particular event, I give it a 7.
Okay.
Um, it was pretty standard, which I would give a 5 for standard, average, normal. But I had really good experiences at the aid stations. I picked up some memorabilia. That's always fun, like a bracelet, a little
Mm,
like little trinkets along the way at various aid stations. The volunteers were amazing. Um, the the food offerings and some things like that. When an aid station like runs out of particular items, that's the only reason it's like not a 10. If we were just looking at
Right.
the volunteers, it would absolutely be a 10 at this race. So I kind of went in between and gave it a 7.
okay. fair enough. Well, it's usually never the volunteers that are the problem. It's usually the food
Yeah.
offerings or running out of stuff.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Because
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had anyone saying the volunteers sucked.
Oh
The
no.
volunteers are always
They're
Never.
amazing.
they're the ones that save our lives,
Exactly.
basically.
Yeah.
How about the fun factor? I know you and I know the fun, and you always have a smile on your face with all the pictures. So I'm sure you're going to have a really high rating here.
Absolutely. It was a 10 plus 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 plus.
All
Yeah.
right.
Is there
Yeah.
anything in particular that you want to share about it?
Um, these were where this race takes place. They were trails I've never been on before. And so that was exciting. And I felt like we're Dora the Explorer with our backpack and our map, and we're like our friends, and we're ready to go. So I liked being in a new part
Yeah.
of trails that I hadn't been on. So yeah, it was all brand new, and it was super fun.
Oh, that's
Well, that
yeah.
knocks out what I thought it was because I know where she
Uh,
lives. I keep going back to a particular race in that state, but now you keep throwing me off. So, is it or isn't it?
Okay.
How about trail markings?
Um, this is probably for most of the events that we do at this distance. It was a 5, pretty standard.
Yeah,
Kind of, animals can take out markings.
Right.
Lots of things could happen to those markings, but in this particular event, there was a lot of scarcity. And so thankfully we were with people and we had out our Gaia, or your Cal Topo, and we were all trying to get a consensus of where to go. So I didn't think that the markings were great, but things happen to the
right.
flags out there. So,
Yeah.
but I kind of stayed middle of the road and just set a 5.
Okay.
Okay. Were the markings high up in maybe cactus or trees or low to the ground? And what's your preference?
They were all over the place. Well, we actually had moments during this event where together we were like, "You stay at this flag and don't move until I find the next flag," so that we didn't get lost. Yeah, because we were just like most places, you're remote wilderness
Right.
in
Yeah.
the middle of nowhere. So it's like, stay here until I flash my light at 2 in the morning. Then come to me. I found the flag. So,
Well, that
Right.
but
sounds like
yeah,
fun.
it was fun, but it was also kind of scary at the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
You start to see a flicker, and you're like, is that a hallucination, or is that a flag, or is that another person's headlamp? Like, what is it?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, they were definitely some on the ground, trees, just kind of all over.
Okay.
And what is your preference on a trail flag? Are you preferring to look down to where I'm not going to fall, or do you prefer to look up and find your markers?
I I think it depends, like if it's daytime or nighttime, but generally we are looking at the trail. We're
Mhm.
watching our footing. We're looking for the next step. So most of the turns that I have missed in races, the flags were high. And I
Right.
was looking, I'm like, why isn't it down here? Like
Yeah.
I need it down here. So I think my preference is probably low. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Some people are like, oh, some of the RDs are like telling me, you've got to look down. Don't, if you look up, you're going to fall over a rock. And then they put the trail markers up here. And I'm like,
Yep.
Yeah.
thanks. So, how about that weather?
The weather for this event is definitely a 2. It was horrible. I won't say it's horrible because it's not like it's good, great, but for my preference, it was extremely challenging, and
Okay.
it brought on new challenges that require different gear, things that are not my favorite to run far in. And so I gave the weather a 2.
So, did it rain? Did it snow? Was it just hot and
It
bleh?
was hotter than hot, 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 dusty,
Wow.
crusty, just oh, there were definitely some sections that were very questionable. Like, is this okay? Is this safe? Do
Yeah.
we have the right gear to stay safe? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's easier to dress for cold weather than hot weather.
That's true.
Yes,
I
because you
mean,
can always add stuff when you're
yeah.
cold, but when it's almost 100 degrees,
Yeah, there's limits to
And
how much you can take off.
yeah, there's only so much you can take off. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the men just they rip off everything, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
not fair. No,
yeah.
I
Little
mean, not that
jealous
I would
sometimes.
anyway, but so did you have any pacers?
We did have Pacers for this event, and we definitely scored the Pacers 10 plus, 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 plus. I'm always amazed that people want to come and do this with us.
Yeah.
It's like, I think they're the crazy ones. I like, you're just going to stop your life and come do this crazy event and support someone else's race. It's a real gift. And I think they're the real MVPs. And we had
Yes.
I agree.
incredible team. Yeah.
100% agree with you. Did you have a crew? Of course you did.
Oh, yes, of course. Our crew is always the general, and the general has all the logistics, all the details. I don't think people really understand that these events, I literally show up and go forward. Like I have the easiest job, it is the crew chief, and that's Jackie, and we call her the general. Like she really dials in everything, all the pace charts, all the stops, and it's 10
Yeah.
plus 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 every time.
I met her, correct? Over at the summit. Was that her over there? I never found out your crew's first name. She had a cool shirt on. I can't remember the name of it right now, but that's what I started calling her. And then I started having hallucinations. So I do not know if this is your general or not.
I can you step in the frame? Can she step in the frame?
Yeah.
She's dealing with the babies. Hold on. She's like, let me put a hat on. Spoken like a true
Oh, we're all friends
endurance
here.
athlete. Oh, I know. She has nacho in her hands, so
Oh.
something's happening. Yeah, with the puppy. But yeah, Jackie Cruz. All of my. Oh, here she is. There you go.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey. Yes, that's
So
who it
you
was.
met
I
Lisa Marie and
yeah,
Renee.
I've met both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
Yes.
were at Summit.
yes, I have.
Yeah,
Can they
she
hear me?
always brought a smile to my face.
Can they hear
And
me?
I
yeah,
think they
Yeah, we
can
can
hear
hear
we
you.
you.
totally hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
And she was wearing a shirt, and I can't remember
I
the
can't
name
hear
of
them.
it until I had hallucinations, and then I come up with all kinds of names.
They said you were wearing a shirt.
Yeah, kudos slut.
Yep,
Oh.
that's
That's right. Yeah.
It's our team shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fun. Yeah. So
Yeah.
she was the crew at this particular event, but like I said, she crews all of the races, and
Yeah.
she does everything from cooking meals before, during, after, all the logistics, pace charts,
Yeah.
all
I've seen her pitch
everything.
in. She
Yeah.
was
It's like,
at
yeah.
the last race. Not that we're talking about the last race, but where I met her, she was working an aid station or helping out. She was just in
Oh yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah, 10
Oh,
plus.
She does.
top
She
crew.
does
Yep,
everything.
Top crew.
Yes.
yep.
Yeah.
So, did you have any blisters, chafing, loss of toenails, things that happen that we should talk about or not talk about?
For blisters, I gave a score of 10. I had none.
Okay.
Um, no blisters. We may have lost a couple of toenails, but I think they were from previous
Hmm.
events, and they were just on like their last straw, and they were like, "We're done with you." But yeah, no. I mean, you can have a lot of foot pain, but not have blisters.
Right.
Like
Yes.
there's other things going on with our feet, right? So, but blister wise, yeah, it was solid.
Is
That's
there anything
awesome.
that you use that other people should know about?
Well, one of our partners is Wild Sense, and they have an incredible anti-chafing balm. I know a lot of people like to use the other stuff because it's popular,
Yeah.
but this is their stuff is just incredible, and it's something that I don't have to like reapply often. And everybody's different. It's like
Yeah.
our body chemistry is different, so you
Yeah.
find something that works for you.
You just stick with it.
And that's yeah, and that's
Yeah.
just like what works for me. Yeah.
Well, if you'll make sure to send a picture in, we'll put it behind you. Because
Okay.
obviously my walls are not green. This is a green screen. We will slap this right behind you.
I think we need to put a disclaimer in the
Yeah,
beginning
because
that
it
says
it really
that
does
my
bother
walls are
me.
not
It's
green.
like this is not how I would. I'm from the South. We would never do that. But Oh well.
This
So
was the color of my
Yeah.
wall when I was in college.
oh God. So we're gonna throw in the new question. I
I
want
think she
Okay.
to
got the latest
know.
one. She got the latest one.
Oh, you did get the latest one with the lavatory facilities.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Um, I just middle of the road scored a 5 for this event. I've yet to go to any event and like, oh my God, this is just amazing. This is incredible. It is what it is. It's
yeah,
part
Yeah.
of long distances in the wilderness.
yeah,
So I'm always, thankful if you have some sort of little tent or a porta john, even if it's overflowing with
yeah.
materials, So yeah, it is what it is, and I think I just scored it in the middle.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
the reason we put it on, we had a guest on, which is coming out next week, and she said
cool.
that the porta potties had lights and candles, and
And
it was like walking into a first class bathroom.
yeah.
The
And I'm
rest of
like,
the
That
the rest of the race sucked, but the bathrooms were excellent. It was
yeah, she
everything.
gave this race zeros. I mean, all through it until she's just like, you got to add porta potties to this because this was the best.
oh,
So
100%. I will say that all races are not created equal in that
No.
that's right.
space. I was remembering at Tahoe a couple of months ago, we went through this campground and it had like one of those I don't know what you call that, but basically open the door. I mean, it was a campground toilet where it
Yeah.
just like goes in, and it was like I can sit down for a moment, I can rest my legs and take a poop and have toilet paper. Like it was such a gift.
Yeah,
And yeah,
it's
people in
luxury.
it was luxury, and in the middle of a race, people were like forming a line to
Yeah.
use this body. So it was pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So, did you take any trail naps or any dirt naps?
Oh, 100%. Um, I will say the naps at this event were tricky. You wanted to make sure the area was safe to lay on, is the best way I can describe it. So yeah, and it was just so hot. You wanted anything that was providing a shadow,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you're like, first of all, you're looking for any shrubbery at all. It was very, very non-existent for large stretches. And once you found a little piece of shrubbery that had a shadow, you're like, that's the spot. you know? So,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a little tricky at this event where other events, it was like, oh, this is nice and loamy. I've got something to prop my feet up. This, I felt the trail naps were more difficult to come by.
Right.
But yeah,
Did you
yeah.
have any falls?
At this event, no, we didn't have any falls. Nothing steep to fall off of,
Oh,
really. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No
okay.
falls.
So, what would you give that?
It was a 10.
10.
No falls, no scrapes.
Yeah.
Hard to find the naps, but once you did, it was quite lovely.
Okay.
Let's see, mental state. All
This
right, here we
is
go.
this is such a tricky question. I mean, long distances, it evolves so
Um,
much. So I think at the beginning of the race, I have three scores for this one. Um, at the beginning, it was definitely a 10. New trails,
Yeah.
new event, like it was just 10 plus plus plus. We're so excited, right? Like all our shiny faces, so hopeful.
yeah.
This is going to be so fun. And then I would say midway through, I had gone all the way down to like a 3.
Right.
And it's like we're only halfway, and I was already really pretty low. Um, and then the last maybe like 20, 30 miles, maybe even last 50 miles, just a zero. An absolute zero. Um, you're just so out of your mind
Yeah.
that it's like, I mean, you're just out there for so long at this event that the delirium is tenfold. The heat, exhaustion, it's just where the hell are we? What are we doing? Where are we going? You're crying, you're mad, you're like every emotion under the sun, and your poor pacers there at the end. That's how you know they just really love you in a special way. It's just this particular race is like the darkest version of
Right.
myself there at the end. It was mind numbing and just exponentially crazy.
So it was not even like when you say, okay, I got 10 miles to go, then I'm done. It didn't even lift your spirit then.
No, because I think you're just so far in a different place. Like, I look back at videos that crew and pacers took of this race, and like, Andrea's not home. She is not there. She has left the building. She's way somewhere else. And, it's crazy. Like, 10 miles, you're so close,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you're so far away because 1 mile, we were not even walking. We were barely crawling. And and when at one point my last pacer, Liz, who's seen a lot of dark Andreas, she's like, it's 3 miles. And I just broke down.
Yeah.
I was in toddler mode. I wanted to sit down. I wanted to find a warm bed. Like, I didn't care.
Yeah.
I didn't want the finish line. I don't want the buckle. Like, we're done. We're done. And she's like, 3 miles. Like, when is a 5K so far?
At the end of a
And
race.
Yeah.
exactly, whatever distance that is, those last 3 miles, you've just been to hell and back, and everything is on a pain level you haven't ever experienced, and you're just out of your mind.
Right.
But there's no way out. There's only through. And it's like
Right.
you're in the fire room and there's no other option. You've
Right.
burned the boats. You have to go. So whether it's fast or slow, and we were just barely creeping along. So that was a really zero. I
Oh.
give it a zero.
Zero. Okay.
Okay.
It was horrible. It was horrible.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
you probably thought a lot about life choices at that moment.
I was I was frustrated because this is taking so long,
Yeah.
and she was so patient, and she was playing Chris Brown music, something about crying in the club. Like, it is
Oh my
the most
God.
perfect song for this mile. And I mean, I just barely, like, just not even walking, literally just one step. And she was just such a light, and it's just like, but you're so frustrated and angry, and you're stripped so raw that it's just like, I just want to be done,
Yeah.
but you're not done. You have
No.
3 miles to go.
And you can't even DNF because you still have to make it to the next aid station, which is a finish line.
Yeah, true. Yeah, there absolutely is no other option. Yes, I've been at several events where my pacer will let me know, they're going to air flight you. Nobody's coming.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
somebody is coming, they're not going to be here till like tomorrow. So we might as well just, even if you're crawling, keep crawling.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
But those are the best races. They are. And when you're done, it's
Oh,
like, oh yeah, you forget about all the pain. But we'll find out more
oh,
about that in a minute. Um,
oh boy.
hallucinations. This is where I think you're gonna shine.
Oh, I um you just you just don't know where you are. And I think you've been doing this thing for so long that you're doing it, but it becomes more of a hypnotic, like,
Yeah.
and you're just in zombie mode. I mean, you just have no idea of what's going on. And so, cactuses are turning into football field goals, and are we going for 2 points? And it's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, we can win if we go for two and we don't kick a field goal. And it's like, what? Um, you know,
Oh
sending,
wow.
I sent a picture of a rock. I swear somebody spray painted Beavis on this rock, like Beavis and Butthead. And I'm pointing out the outline of Beavis on this rock, and I sent this picture to my friend explaining like, you see Beavis too, right? And I outlined it, and she was so cool. She's like, "Yep, you're doing great. You're doing a good job." So yeah,
Yeah, all
plants
right.
start getting names. You start naming rocks and naming things, and clouds turn into coyotes that are
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
to you. And
All's good until the clouds turn into coyotes.
even in your mind, like if it's not real, I do this thing where I tell myself, just keep blinking. If you keep blinking, it'll go away because it's not real, Andrea. But I blink and it is still a
It
thing,
is.
like laughing at me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and there were toad aliens all over the place. And it's like, is that a star or is that a UFO or is that a satellite? It's chasing us. It's a drone. It's a drone following us. We
I
should
have
run.
been there. I
Yeah.
have been there. It is a very bizarre place to be.
It's crazy. Yeah, yeah. The
And people are looking at you like, oh, sure, okay. But then they'll look back, well, maybe. I mean, I'm a
Oh, yeah.
convincing person, so
Well, this is like where our pacers, I think, are just the crazy ones because they're just going along with this
yeah.
incredible story, and they're just like, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
What should we name that cactus? Bernie? That sounds perfect. Like
Bernie the
they're in a great
cactus.
state of mind, and they're just like, okay, yeah, yeah, we
Yeah.
love you. Keep going, keep going.
So
So
what would you give these hallucinations?
I was definitely a 10 plus plus
that
plus.
sounds
Yeah,
awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the hallucinations everyone dreams of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So,
Yeah.
how about the race versus the description? Because you know how RDs is kind of embellish or not embellish enough, and you're just kind of like, that wasn't
Leave
in the
out
race manual.
details.
Yes. Oh yeah. The gentle rolling hills that were mountain repeats, Um, for this particular event, I would say it was around a 7.
Okay.
I did think that it was pretty spot on. I didn't score it a 10 because I think reading the descriptions, my expectation, like my self-built hype was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's gonna be this, and then there were parts like it wasn't this,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so I kind of felt let down in some parts of this race. But I think that's probably my own like doing.
Right.
I kind of created something in my mind and it wasn't accurate. But after the event, you go back and you look what's in the manual. It's like, that's pretty much what it was, So yeah, I would say a 7.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally we have the swag, the medal, and the buckle. So when you first got to the race, you got some swag. How you feel about that?
Um, I don't know that everyone would agree with me on this, but I thought it was a 10 plus plus. I mean, it's like
Okay.
all my favorite things. I'm a bag, a hat, and a hoodie whore. Like, those are my favorite things. And so, getting all of those things at the race, I was super excited. The coffee mug, the buckles are just very unique and handcrafted. And, I like that a lot. So I thought all this swag was a 10 plus. Don't put your mug in the dishwasher though.
Okay.
like I wouldn't say the quality was like super rich or whatever, right?
Right.
But it was all of my favorite things: hat, hoodies, bags,
And
coffee
so
mugs.
with the buckle, did you have a choice of which buckle, or was it just one that was standard for everybody?
Oh, that might give it away, Lisa Marie. I don't know if I can answer that. I don't know if I can answer that question. Oh, that's not fair.
Okay, I will save. We'll come back to that question. And
Okay.
I think I know what it is.
Okay. You have a better idea than I have.
Oh, this is oh yeah, let's go with the score first.
Okay. So this is a race that you might go back to, if I'm not mistaken, because you scored 8 out of 10. on average.
Yeah, so like you would do it
Yeah.
again.
We
And
are registered for next year.
okay. And the thing
Yep.
that dragged it down the most was obviously the weather.
Yeah.
So
It's my least
next
favorite.
year you'll have other expectations, so you might actually enjoy it next time.
Maybe next year will be a La Nina year.
Yeah.
we
So
shall see.
so combining the UTI score with the return on investment score, you scored a 0.787, which puts you into fifth position at the moment.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not bad. 5 out of 24. That's good.
Oh.
I think this is a destination trails race. And I
Very
think
likely.
it happened in Arizona. And it was the Gila.
No, it's a monster.
The monster.
The Arizona
Arizona
monster.
monster. I keep wanting to call it the Gila. I don't know why. It's probably because, I grew up in New Mexico. We have Gila monsters. And
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's the
I'm just
Arizona
thrilled that
mountain.
you're pronouncing it right. It was so funny over this race, the way people were
Oh,
pronouncing.
Gila.
Oh, yes, and they were even like there were weird names for the Sueros, like they were calling them Segura, like all sorts of things. It was kind of funny. Yeah.
Yeah, this was in fact we were at another race and Anna had asked me to come in to pace her. And
I
I'm
thought it
like,
was Angela.
no, well, that was Angela as well, but Anna also reached
Okay.
out and she's like, oh, you're going to be going right over the highway. You can just meet me right there. And I'm like, but I would have just finished the race like hours earlier.
Yeah, we would be
We
on
ran
our
a
way.
200 miler and finished at the same time. So
uh,
yeah, it's a race that's actually
okay.
on my radar because I love Arizona, but I want to make sure it is an El Nino year and not a La Nina year.
Yeah. It got very, very toasty out there. And your typical desert weather, super cold at night, and that's when we
Hmm.
would run. And then
Yeah.
just I'm not a hot weather runner. It just destroys me. But we just power hiked it during the day and we did a lot of cooling towels. And as much ice as they would let us take, they were kind of
Yeah.
rationing ice in various areas. So that's kind of like,
Hmm.
we're not going to ration ice here because I'm going to die if I don't fill my ice bandana. I'm sorry, Kevin, but we're going to take some ice. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, in a race like that, ice is not something you want to be skimpy
yeah,
with.
No.
You really need all the ice for the runners you can get.
yes.
There should not be any rationing on
No.
ice.
You
Yeah,
should.
and I think that was probably something that kind of swayed my position on the aid stations, but to like Candace's point, a lot of these aid stations, they are in the middle of the desert,
Hmm.
nowhere. Like to
Yeah,
get ice out there but that's their first year and I think they're kind of recalculating some
Yeah.
things like
yes.
when runners come through and if it's a ramen station, we can't run out of ramen noodles. Like
No.
people are planning on the ramen station to have ramen. So,
Yeah,
but huge kudos to her and Destination Trails for just going the next level and realizing that people want to continue to push those boundaries and
Exactly.
just what it must take to run an event for 175 hours
yeah.
over the
It's a long
stretch
time.
of such an incredible distance in such remote, areas. Yeah, so we're
We should
definitely going to
mention
go
that.
back and want to
Yeah,
see what they changed.
we probably should mention to those listening that the Arizona Monster is a 300-mile race.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
300 miles through the Arizona desert.
Yes.
It's
And it's in a beautiful
Yes.
part of the desert.
it is. Yeah.
I lived in Safford for a while, so I've been on these
Okay.
trails. But what's really
Yes.
cool is we were coming back from a race. It's actually is a true story. So when we were crossing on I-10, you could look up into the mountains as they're getting close. You could see headlights out there, and I'm like, oh, yes, yes, yes.
Wow.
And
That's so cool.
I had FOMO because I didn't have any pain going on at that moment, and I was really just wanting, just like Renee, let's stop the car and jump on in. But we had cats at home, so.
Well, cats at
Oh
home,
yeah.
and I had work the next
Oh,
morning, so
yeah. Yeah. So,
So you guys had just finished a 200 miler
hmm
before.
hmm
Where were
yeah,
you guys? Where were y'all racing?
we were in California. We were above Palm Springs doing the what was it?
Beyond
The
Limits Ultra,
Beyond Limits Ultra.
Uh,
72 hours.
Yep.
oh, that sounds fun.
It is.
Anything
It's
in
It's a very nice race.
California
It's a
sounds
very nice
beautiful.
race. Don't look at the weather for Palm Springs because you're going to be 4,500 feet up in the mountains, and it has its own little microclimate up
Yeah,
there.
like a
Okay.
blizzard and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's something you should put on your radar just for something if you want to do something unique with on a farm with
retired animals.
yeah, retired. I thought you said retarded, but
No, I did not say. I said retired. Oh, my accent is bad, but it's not that
yeah.
bad.
So what's next for you? I know you've got something big coming up.
Well, we're leaving for Oregon next week. So here in 2 more days, we're headed to Oregon 200.
Okay.
Real excited to get back to the PNW Bigfoot 200 that just happened. Talk about major FOMO. I was just like, that course is just the Cascade Mountains, the
Yeah,
moss and the pines, the mist. It's incredible. So we're excited to get back to that area. Yeah.
yeah. I've heard good things about the Oregon 200.
Yes, and that is
Yeah,
on our radar as well. Um, so hopefully in the next year,
probably in the next 2 years.
Yeah, I forgot we have the summit next year. So
Yeah, but we also want the sofa buckle during the Hill Creek 140 and the Heartland.
now you have a Sofa King buckle out there that's always up for grabs, doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
Doing back to
Oh,
back weeks. You do a 141 week and then
the
a
weekend after is 125.
25. And
oh wow.
so it's one of Chase and Casey's races, and then one of I don't know if you know
Okay.
Eldon, and it's one of his races.
Okay.
And Hell Creek is hot and it's mean and it's unforgiving, and it's that 140 has 52-hour cutoff, so it tells you how rough that one is.
Believe it or not,
Yeah.
the 100-mile version of the Hill Creek actually has the same elevation as Leadville
Mm.
in Kansas.
In Kansas.
There's so many incredible races all over, just in the US. I
Yeah.
Yeah,
mean, you think about everywhere, there's just
yeah,
like so many places that we want to go and explore. And it's just like, how could I do this and pay my mortgage?
Yeah.
that's
It's
exactly.
I mean, we would love to just travel and crew and pace and volunteer at all of these events. And it's like, if
Yeah,
we could do that for a living, that would be the ultimate dream come true. But
yeah.
we've yet to find that path.
I know we're trying
But
to
And
figure out the same thing.
and for me, it's about how can I get the most out of my limited PTO.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, we have several races where we travel immediately after I'm done working in the afternoon, and then we drive until late in the evening, get a
Oh, yeah.
hotel, beg for late jet out, and then I work from the hotel, and then we continue
Right.
driving.
That's
Yeah, it can be so crazy. I mean, we have friends look at Mortimer, he won Monster 300
mhm.
and it was like he had just enough time. That's why he finished so fast. He had just enough time to drive back to Flag and be at work the next day.
Yeah.
Like I think that's part of his strategy is he only requests so many days off, so he has to finish within that time
That's
so he
interesting.
can be at work the next day. I'm like, you're crazy, but
Yeah.
That
you
is
know,
crazy.
yeah,
Well, we all
no,
motivate in different ways.
yes.
Some
Oh
by being
yeah.
chased by a bear, other by having to go to work next morning.
Me, I want to escape the bad dad jokes. He'll be behind me like out there.
Oh,
You're
come on,
like,
you love them. Just
No.
admit
here, get away.
it.
Yeah.
What is I think it might be in Tennessee or somewhere over there, but what's the 1 mile? God, Chad Wright
Um,
just did a documentary on it like a couple of years ago.
I know which one you're talking about.
I can't
And I,
think of the name of it,
hmm.
but that's one that I want to. It's like a loop,
Oh, it's
but the loop has
something of ages, right? And you have to.
something.
They want you to beat like however your age is. That's how many hours you get to run.
Can't
It could be
remember this.
that one.
This one is like a last man standing,
Yes.
and it's like it's just 1 mile, but the mile has like I can't remember how much vert, but over time that
Hmm.
Yeah.
1,300 feet per loop
Yeah.
like starts to cook your dinner, and it's hot and it's humid and it looks hard, so I want to do it.
Of course. It's like for no
So,
reason I want to do 10 days in the dome. Why do I mean I love sunshine. I don't know why I want to do it, but
man, that's tough. That is tough, tough, tough.
That that is more mental than physical.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
because I
that's pick your hard,
yeah.
when people say, "Oh, this long distance stuff has got to be so hard," I'm like, I will take a
No.
200 miler over a marathon any
Yes.
day of the week. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
um, we went back to Javelina 100, super fun race here in
Yeah.
Arizona. Aravaipa, puts it together, and I was running with Lisa or Linda Tran, and we did Divide 200 like a month before. Neither one of us were able to finish Divide 200 because it is such a tough race. But
Mhm.
we're like running Javelina 100, like this should be easier. It's half the
It's
distance.
not.
No, we
No.
looked at each
It's
other like,
not.
this sucks so bad.
I mean, you
It's
look on the
just,
side when the nighttime comes, and there are grown men crying on the side, like, I'm done.
oh
I'm like, why?
man,
Because it's
it's
Yeah.
cold now and I got a sunburn.
it's brutal and just
It is.
100 milers. There's so much more running.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, man, give me some climbing, give me some
Yeah.
views, give
Exactly.
me some extra snacks. Like, I'll just
Right.
take 200, 300 any day. I
Yeah,
can't go back
it's
to shorter distance.
and you
They're
save
too
your
hard.
knees and your ankles and your body and
Yeah.
yeah, I want to do my hundreds, but when people keep offering me 200s, I mean, I've been saying that for 2 years. I'm gonna start on my hundreds.
Yeah.
Two
I
hundreds
Yeah.
are tough in their own way, but
Right.
they also
Choose
allow
your
you
hard.
so much more time to do it, right? So you
Right.
you can pace yourself in a different way,
Yeah, and you
and
can work
and
on your brain.
and that's the reason I would never go back to
Yeah.
marathons because they're so
Mm-mm.
intense, even though it's only like 4 or 5 hours, right? But it's so intense
Right.
and hard on your
For
body.
that whole time. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, to do a threshold 5K, that scares me
Hmm.
to death. Like I
Yeah.
have
yeah,
to redline for 20, 25 minutes when I could just be out looking at flowers, watching butterflies,
Mm.
shooting
yeah,
star, like,
Yeah.
but you're right, like choose your own hard. I mean, there's 40,000 feet of climbing in most
Hmm.
200s,
yes,
Yep.
and
yeah,
that first day is always like trying to kill you. It is trying to get you to
Hmm.
ring the bell, drop the logs, like it
Yep.
wants you to 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 quit on day
yeah,
one. And your mind is like, okay, and you have 4 more days of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, they're a different challenge in their own for sure.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to say that a marathon is not as hard as 100 or 100 is not as hard as a 200 because it's really three very different distances that requires
Yes.
three very different kind of physical
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah.
fitness.
Oh yeah. If you told me I had to like run a marathon tomorrow on the road, I would be crapping my pants.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it's just such a different type of hard.
yeah,
And yeah, where are the views? Where are the
Right.
snacks? A water station? What is it? I
A
mean, it's
banana. It's this big.
yeah. But I think it's like that's the really cool part, right? Like running is so unique and
yeah,
running is hard, whether it
yes,
is a 5K or it's 300 miles or it's, the Appalachian Trail, which Jeff Garmeyer is out on right now. I
yeah,
mean, there's just so much space for every type of challenge that you're looking for.
Yes.
To go fast, to go far, to go solo, to go supported, unsupported. And I think that's really the beauty of just
yeah,
moving forward on our feet, You can choose.
You get to
exactly.
choose. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
Yeah,
that.
you can
Yep.
choose.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Very
Awesome.
cool.
This was a really good conversation.
Yeah.
I had a
And
great
Oh,
time.
and dang it, it's a long
And you
time till
kind of
July.
you kind of sold the Arizona Monster to us.
Yeah.
it it's a different kind of challenge,
Yeah.
and I really love the idea. We did Monster Donut this year. Somebody came up with the idea of like, oh, wouldn't
Yeah.
this be cool? Let's run a 300, then a 250,
Yeah.
both,
Yeah.
and so even though Arizona Monster was not my favorite experience, it definitely brought out challenges to me that
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of those challenges. If you do it once, it's like, oh, you might have just gotten lucky. So we need to do it twice to make
Just to make
sure that
sure.
you can, yeah,
Oh, those are
that it
called
was not
lies.
that it wasn't an accident that we
Yeah.
actually finished that race. And it is a fairly, for that distance, I would say it's a flatter, faster course. So we
Yeah.
were 11th female, so we're going to have some different goals going in this year. And we'll do Cocodona again. So to do the back-to-back Monster Donut, I can't say no to that.
No.
So
You
you're
can
doing it.
thank
Say no to
Andrew Glaze
anything.
for that.
Man, he's really such a cool human. I love that dude
Mhm.
Yeah.
so much. Even before all of his like social media stuff, when we were just first getting into trails, we met, at Texas at Rocky Raccoon, and he was just a really cool dude. And that's
Yeah.
the trail community. They're
Yeah.
most people are just salt of the earth, and they're
I
really
like his social
amazing
media. I
people.
like the way he's trolling people.
Yeah, yeah. You'll never meet a hater doing more than you, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And because we've met him as well at Javelina, and he's
Oh
just
yeah.
the nicest
Oh, and his
guy.
wife is super nice
Yeah.
too. I don't
Oh
know how she
yeah.
puts up with him, but
Oh, they're just really nice people. Uh,
Yes, they're very, very humble and just
yeah.
amazing. Yeah, we love
yeah.
those guys.
Yeah.
So
So
awesome.
cool.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on. I was so excited when you said yes. I was just like,
Yeah,
oh,
I've been looking
yeah.
forward all week
Yeah.
to have this
Aw.
chat.
Well, I've
Well,
known about this for a while.
I
So,
know you have.
yeah, I'm very excited.
You know, I'm always behind.
well, I can't wait to see you guys at the next one.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll meet again soon.
very soon.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks so much, you guys.
You're
Much
welcome. Have
love.
a good
Much
night.
love.
Yes, love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.